Hey there. If you're staring at your to-do list and wondering if cloning yourself is the only viable solution, you're not alone. I used to wonder that too. But I have good news. Today, we're talking about the Matrix. No, not that one. Instead, the Eisenhower Matrix. I promise it won't be snoozers. It may just be the leadership code you've been missing. Also, don't worry. I'm not going to tell you to just prioritize better. We're going to go way deeper than that today. Today, we're going to cover what the Eisenhower Matrix actually is, why it works, how to use it to manage burnout and overwork, why you might be addicted to your to-do list, yep, it's a dopamine thing, and how to use this matrix across your whole life, not just your job, because, in the Precision Leadership Lounge, we want to thrive in the 9 to 5 and beyond, right? Yes. And if you've been here hanging out in the lounge with me for the past many weeks, you know I love a good framework. And the Eisenhower Matrix, well, it checks all the boxes when it comes to frameworks. And it's 4 boxes itself, so it's perfect. By the way, if you love a good framework, drop me a line in the comments. What other frameworks do you use that help you get through your life well and effectively and help you perform at your highest? I'd love to know about them. All right, so let's start with the basics. The Eisenhower Matrix was made popular by President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a man who, by the way, had to preside over an entire nation. So there's that. The Matrix is a decision-making tool based on 2 simple questions. Is this thing that you need to do or get done urgent? And the second question, is it important? Now, check this out. In the top left box, you have urgent and important, which means do it now. In the top right box, the thing is not urgent, but it is important, so you should probably schedule time to do it. The bottom left box, it's urgent, but not important at all, so delegate it. And in the bottom right, it's not urgent and it's not important, so go ahead and just dump that thing. Simple? Yes. Easy? Not always. Effective? 100%. Now let me guess. You probably feel like you live mostly in the urgent and important box, don't you? I used to too. Running from fire to fire, feeling productive, but also kind of fried and maybe not that impactful. Oh, and it feels like a certain kind of aliveness too, that's very adrenalized and actually dead inside. And here's the thing. Burnout isn't solely caused by doing too much. It's also caused by doing too much of the wrong things and at the wrong time. And when we live in urgency like that, our nervous system starts to think, this must be life or death. Let's stay on red alert all the time, even when we should be sleeping and enjoying time with our friends and family. Super fun. And here's where the dopamine comes in. We definitely get the adrenaline side that can happen with work and running around like our hair is on fire. But let's talk about dopamine for a second and why this idea of workaholism and burnout also exists. Studies in neuroscience now show that completing a task, any task, releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical linked to motivation and reward. According to research published in Nature Neuroscience in 2016 by Schultz, dopamine spikes occur not only when we succeed, but even more powerfully when we anticipate success, which explains why we get a little hit every time we check that box. That little zap of, I did it, feels great, even if what we did was rearrange our Google Drive folders for the 6th time. This is how task completion becomes somewhat addictive, and why work can be so easily included in the mix. We start chasing the dopamine hit more than meaningful progress. This is also why I advocate for hobbies, maybe that don't get us anywhere at all. Anyway, suddenly your brain is saying, filing email equals survival. That is not productivity, and it's not meaningful progress towards the things you say you really want to experience in your life. It's just neurological trickery. So here's the leadership move you can make. Zoom out. Make a list of everything that's swirling in your brain. Seriously, if you can get it on paper, it really helps. Just dump it all on there. Things at work, at home, errands, maybe emotions you haven't processed, unfinished conversations, that thank you note from 2022 you've been meaning to send. Everything. Then, yes, really, plot it on the Eisenhower Matrix. Decide which of those things you really want to do and what you're going to dump and put the rest on the matrix. Suddenly, that looming sense of everything's urgent starts to dissolve. You'll see what's actually important, and you'll also see what can be deleted, delegated, and completely dumped. Now let's talk about that delegate box just for a second. Leaders, delegation is not a weakness. It's not shirking. It's straight up strategy. If something's urgent but not important, say for example, like answering a phone, that means someone else can do it, and probably should be. You're not paid or alive, frankly, to do everything. You're here to do the right things at the right time. I've linked to my entire series on delegation for you right here in the description, and I share my delegate framework in that series to help you keep it all together. So here's what I want you to remember. Urgency does not equal importance. Dopamine doesn't equal impact. Being busy doesn't mean you're being effective either. You can't outrun burnout by sprinting faster. You need a new map. And the Eisenhower Matrix is not just a time management tool, it's an energy management system. So take your life list, sort it, question it, delegate like a pro, and stop giving dopamine hits to tasks that don't deserve them. Because you weren't made to manage everything. You were made to lead wisely. If you want more tools like this to get the clarity and keep the clarity and precision you want to perform better at work and at home, then download my free guide, The Less But Better Playbook. And of course, hit subscribe to not miss a thing and to join me here in the lounge to get more great stuff on how to thrive in the 9 to 5 and beyond. Happy thriving.